Complaints about the Direct Express debit card are getting worse. So in this video, I'm going to give you the top 7 complaints we've been receiving about the Direct Express debit card and then tell you what you can do about them. But before we jump in, if you are new to this channel, I would recommend that you subscribe to our channel. Why is that important? Because when you subscribe to our channel, whenever we talk about Social Security, disability benefits, or Direct Express card news and updates, you will be the first to know. So let's jump into it. So what is the Direct Express debit card? Well, the Direct Express debit card is an option to receive your government benefits electronically. If you don't know this, by law, all government benefits now have to be paid electronically. So whether you're receiving Social Security or disability benefits, the law stipulates that you have to receive your benefits electronically. So that means that you can either get your benefits through a traditional bank account with a credit union or a bank, like a savings or checking account, or you can choose to have your benefits sent over the Direct Express debit card. If for whatever reason you don't qualify for a bank account, Direct Express becomes an option. Now, the Direct Express debit card works just like a traditional bank debit card. It allows you to make purchases online, make purchases in person and over the phone, to pay your bills online, to take cash out of the ATM, etc. So when it comes to comparison, it works similar to the traditional bank account. The problem is that we've been receiving a lot of complaints about the Direct Express debit card, and this has been happening for quite a while now. So I wanted to take this opportunity to give you the top 7 complaints we've been getting and what you can do about it. So the first one is the problem of reaching Direct Express customer service. We have a separate video, which I'm going to put in the description, which talks about challenges of reaching customer service and how you can reach somebody and talk to a live person. So the biggest issue is getting somebody on the phone. And as I've explained in previous videos, Direct Express is a government service. It is by the US Treasury Department on behalf of the government, and it was to give Social Security beneficiaries and other government benefit recipients an option to receive their government benefits by a debit card. So the government hired a bank, which is Comerica Bank, to manage the program. So Comerica Bank is a contractor that handles the Direct Express program. For some reason, over the years, Comerica has 4.5 million, over 4.5 million people on Direct Express, but they don't put enough people, on customer service to handle the volume of calls that they get. So what happens is that when you call them, you're likely to be put on hold for a while. And some people have complained that they've been put on hold for hours, or sometimes they have to call back multiple times a day and still cannot reach anybody. And people have reported to us that they've called Direct Express sometimes for days before they get through to a customer service. So if that is your experience, I want you to comment below and let us know exactly what you have experienced trying to reach Direct Express customer service. And if you found any shortcuts that have worked for you, any tricks that have worked for you to be able to speak to a live person, let us know. We're interested because we want to share that information with the rest of our readers and video watchers so that people can also know how they can quickly get their issues resolved. So that is the first complaint we've been receiving. It's about the difficulty in getting to customer service and speaking to a live person. So that's number 1. Number 2 is finding an ATM with no fees. So Direct Express has ATM network that you can use where you will not be charged a fee. But as I said, there are over 4.5 million people on Direct Express. And if you live in a place where they don't have an ATM, a surcharge-free ATM in your area, then it becomes a problem because some ATMs charge as much as $5 to take money off your account. And if you're on fixed income, Social Security, or disability, paying $5 each time to take money out of your Direct Express account is very, very expensive and adds up very quickly. So that's the problem. Now, because Direct Express is being presented as an alternative to a traditional bank account, this becomes very difficult to square, because if you have a traditional bank account or a credit union, your local credit union or your local bank or even the regional bank has an ATM network that is available in many places. So you'll be able to find an ATM quickly to be able to take money. So that's one of the complaints that we get about Direct Express, that they don't have enough of a surcharge-free ATM network that allow card members to be able to take money out of their account without incurring expensive ATM fees. So that is number two. Number three complaint we get is lost card replacement. And there's two parts to this. The first one is that if your Direct Express debit card expires, typically a bank will send you a replacement card a few weeks before your card expires. And Direct Express does the same thing. However, if for some reason you did not receive your card and you want to get a replacement, or you want to get them to mail you another one, that becomes a problem, because again, as I mentioned before, you have to go through customer service, and that could be hours or days before you can get somebody on the phone. In the meantime, you don't have access to your money because you don't have your ATM card to be able to make purchases or take money out of your Direct Express account. So that is a problem. And then the second part of card replacement is that if for some reason your Direct Express card is lost, stolen, or misplaced, you simply cannot find it, and you try to get a replacement card, again, we get into the customer service issue again. So that's one of the biggest complaints, is that people are being unintentionally locked out of the account because they cannot get a replacement card to be able to access their account. And when they get a replacement card, you have to call customer service in some situations to activate that card, and then you get back into the whole issue of trying to reach Direct Express customer service. So that is another issue. The next one is dispute resolution. Now, basically every bank or credit card or prepaid card has a dispute resolution process. If you have a transaction that you disagree with, there is a form you have to fill, you add evidence to it, and then you mail it to them, and then they'll review it over a period of time. Some of the banks will then, while they are reviewing your issue, they will credit you the amount that is being disputed. They'll put it back into your account. Now, after they've reviewed the issue, if they find that your issue is legitimate, then you keep the credit. If they find that the issue is not legitimate, then they take back the money. So that's how the process works with every bank or credit card. Same with Direct Express. However, typically with most banks or credit cards, you can go online and download the dispute form, fill it out, and then either email it or fax it or mail it to them to initiate the dispute process. With Direct Express, that is not the case. You have to call them, file the complaint, and then they will mail you a dispute packet. Now, again, we get to customer service. If you can get them on the phone and file your complaint and get that process initiated, then the sooner it is you're going to get your money back, or you're going to get your issue resolved. The problem is that getting that complaint initiated, that dispute filed, takes time. So what typically happens is that something is wrong with a transaction on your Direct Express account. You're trying to get Direct Express to fix it or investigate it, and it drags on. And there's been many complaints. And if that has been your experience, we want to hear from you in the comment section, because that is one of the growing complaints we hear, is that it's taking so long for people to get their disputes resolved with Direct Express. And then the next, and perhaps one of the biggest complaints we've been getting probably the last 2 or 3 years, has to do with fraud. And I have to say this, online fraud is pervasive. It's growing, and it's getting more sophisticated, and it's targeting a lot of credit cards, debit cards. So Direct Express is not necessarily the only bank or the only card that is being targeted. The problem is that Social Security and disability beneficiaries have become an increasing target for fraudsters. Part of it is that you have a senior population that sometimes are not very sophisticated with technology, So fraudsters think that they are an easy target. That's why Direct Express debit card has been such a huge target for fraudsters. So if you are a user or a beneficiary that's getting your social security or disability benefits on Direct Express, you have to take steps to make sure that your card is secure, that your online transactions, your password is being changed regularly, and that you pick a password that is very secure. But having said that, the point still remains. Direct Express has become a target for fraudsters increasingly. And so what typically happens is that people have their cards, emptied out. Sometimes your account is all the money is taken out, or your card is used somewhere where you don't live, or used as a store that you don't frequent, or there's a series of transactions that comes from regions that are so remote you don't even know how they got access to your account. But that's what's happening. And again, when this happens, it creates a lot of problems for Direct Express card holders, because think about it, a lot of Direct Express debit card holders are on fixed income. These are seniors or people on disability or other government benefits. And so having money stolen from their account and having to wait a long time for the dispute resolution process to unfold is a hard thing for a lot of people to deal with, because they have bills to pay, they have food to buy, they have medicine to pay for, and so that presents a lot of problems for card holders. So that's number 6. And then the last complaint that we get is about routing number for Direct Express debit card. Now here, there's a lot of confusion. So does Direct Express have a routing number? Yes, they do. The problem is that you cannot get it. Direct Express do not publish their routing number, and there's a reason for that. And it's simple. While you can use the Direct Express debit card to make purchases, you cannot deposit money into the Direct Express debit card account. Yeah, I know, it's strange, but that's the way the rules are. The only money you can receive into your Direct Express account is government benefits that are coming in that you qualify for. So your social security benefits, your disability benefits, those are the only payments or deposit that can come into your Direct Express account. So when you go online to look for Direct Express routing number so that you can have another check or deposit made into the account, you cannot find it because Direct Express doesn't have a routing number they want to display to you, because you are not allowed to deposit money into the account other than government benefits. So even if you try, it's not going to get in. So that is why they don't display their debit card. So it presents a challenge for people who wants to use their Direct Express account as their main bank account. But if you are receiving social security or disability benefits through your Direct Express account, and you need to be receiving other forms of payment, maybe you have a job, whatever it is, you cannot receive it through your Direct Express. You have to get a separate bank account, whether with a traditional bank or a credit union, a savings or a checking account, or get another prepaid debit card and use it to receive that payment, whether it's a tax refund or a stimulus check, whatever it is. You cannot use the Direct Express debit card to get that payment in. That is why you cannot find the Direct Express debit card routing number. So I hope these 7 complaints gives you a picture of what is happening, and you may feel that you're not alone. A lot of the things I've said are things that a lot of you watching are experiencing. So if that is your story, we want to hear from you in the comment section, because we're compiling a list of the common issues that people are experiencing so that we can try and get the attention of Direct Express. Now, we have a separate video that we recorded about how to reach Direct Express customer service. Typically, everybody is trying to get them by phone, but there are 6 other ways you can get attention of Direct Express. So I'll put the link on that video in the description, and make sure that you watch it, because it gives you 6 other ways by which you can get the attention of Direct Express customer service to be able to get your issue resolved quickly, other than calling them on the phone. So those are the 7 complaints that we've received, the top 7 complaints we received about Direct Express. I hope you found value in this video, that it helped you, and please subscribe to our channel. We produce videos all the time about Direct Express. If there's any news, if there's any update that we need to give you, We want you to be the first to know about it. And we also talk about Social Security and disability benefits, all the important things that are happening with Congress, and all the activity that are happening with payments, and whether payments are going to continue or are going to be cut. All that, we cover everything. So subscribe to our channel for more on this video. Thank you.